Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to our science lesson today. I have two helpers today. I have Abby and Isabel, and you will see why they're curious and here with me in just a moment. So today we are here to learn about a paleontologist. Now that's a big word, but they have a really cool job. And so today we are going to learn what that job is, and we're going to be a paleontologist today. So, a paleontologist is someone who finds bones or finds fossils, and those fossils usually tell them a story about what animals used to live there. Now, paleontologists focus mostly on dinosaurs. So, they go to areas where they know dinosaurs used to be, and they will dig around and look for fossils. And a fossil is it's kind of like a rock, which you guys kind of know what fossils are, but they're kind of like rocks, but they are not rocks. They are actually a lot of stuff that's kind of melted together to form this. And it does involve sand and dirt and stuff like that. So it is kind of a rock, but it's not. But the really cool thing about fossils is that they give you clues to what happened. And so fossils usually have an imprint of some kind. And Mrs. Arnold has a few fossils here that we are going to find today. But a fossil could be something like this, where it might show footprints. Hi, Isabel. Yes, you're a great paleontologist. Thank you. It might show footprints. It might show their body. It can show leaves and other things that they may have found in that area. So today we are going to be paleontologists, and Mrs. Arnold has brought some sand into her house. She has some dinosaur fossils, and we are going to find those fossils today. Now, you're probably wondering why these two are here. Well, it involves their swimming pool. And so I brought their swimming pool inside and filled it with sand, which is why they're a little upset right now, because Isabel loves her swimming pool, don't you? Yes, you do love your swimming pool. And Abby is just nosy. So let's begin. A paleontologist uses certain tools to help them when they are looking at fossils and looking for fossils, because fossils are very fragile. So they can't use a shovel when they're digging in the ground because they risk breaking the fossil and losing that part of the story. So most of the time you will see paleontologists use brushes. They brush away the sand because it's very gentle and it won't hurt the fossils that they're trying to find. So today I brought two brushes. Most likely I'll probably only use this one, but I brought this one just in case I may need it. So I'm going to turn you here, and you are going to see our dig site for today. So there it is. We have some sand with some fossils that we need to find out the story behind. So I'm going to take my brush and I'm just going to brush away the sand so I can see a fossil right here. I'm going to brush it away very gently till we find that fossil, right, Abby? Oh, look at that fossil. Now, normally, paleontologists don't pick the fossils up with their hands out of the sand, but today, Mrs. Arnold's going to do that so that you can get a better view of them. So, I think I've unburied the whole fossil. Abby, what do you think? You're my buddy here. You're my partner in crime. We're going to pick that fossil up. Look at that. Now, normally, I would think those would be feet. But do you see this indentation right here? Girls, you are not paleontologists. Stop trying to be one, Isabel. That indentation is from a head. So maybe these are the horns on the back of a dinosaur and the dinosaur laid down. Well, that's our first fossil. Let's see if we can find another one. Ooh, let's go over here. Part of it's showing. We're going to brush away the dirt. Ooh, this is a tiny fossil. Ooh, look at those feet marks. Those are footprints from a raptor, a velociraptor. That's what those feet print are. They have two toes And then they have another toe that stands up and is a claw. Not many dinosaurs only have 2 toes, which is why I know it's a velociraptor. Let's see. Ooh, over here. Let's see what we find this time. Ooh, do you see that? Look at that. I wonder what that could be. What do you think it could be? I'm thinking, oh, I know what it is. It's the tail. There is a dinosaur with a long tail, and it has these things at the end because it used to use its tail to protect itself. So its tail kind of has clubs on the end of it to keep it safe. Let's see what else we can find. Ooh, right here. Oh, this one might go with our velociraptor footprints. Oh, look at that. You see the claw? I think that goes with our velociraptor footprints. So these two kind of go together. This, though, what do you think that could be? I'm thinking it could be like a tail mark. Maybe someone's tail was dragging on the ground behind them. Do you know of any dinosaurs that have a tail that drags behind them? Oh, look. Ooh, this is a big fossil. Let's see here. I know, Abby. What do you think this one might be? I'm going to use my hand to scoop some of this dirt away so that we can... Whew, this one's huge. Okay, let's see here. Oh, this one might be hard to see, but do you see that? I think it looks like an entire dinosaur. Look, here's its tail, its head, its arm. You can see its hip right here. It looks like an entire dinosaur, doesn't it? Wow, that is so cool. I wonder if there's any more in here. I'm just going to poke gently because I don't remember how many I hid. I probably should have kept... Oh, there's one over here. Probably should have kept track of how many bones I put in, or how many fossils, not bones. Mrs. Arnold's losing her mind. Oh, thank you, Isabel. We got another big one here. Let me pick that up closer so you can see. What do you see? Footprints. It looks like we had a 4-legged creature here. And then over here we had a 2-legged creature. Now I'm going to teach you something about footprints because paleontologists know a lot from what they find. So I can tell these footprints, do you notice how they're rounder? They're not as pointy and sharp like these guys. These are from a leaf eater or an herbivore. The rounder the footprints, the more likely that they were an herbivore or a dinosaur who liked to eat plants. These ones are more pointy because they have claws. And dinosaurs who have claws for a reason. They have claws to catch their prey and to protect themselves. So these dinosaurs that have pointy feet like to eat meat. So they are carnivores. So from this fossil, I can tell I had an herbivore and a carnivore roaming around in my swimming pool here. Isn't that cool? So much you can tell by just footprints. Let's see, we have one more over here. Let's brush away some sand so we can try to find it. I think this might be our last one. Oh, this one's perfect. Something else I wanted to teach you. Look at that. We have some more footprints, but do you notice these are the round footprints like these ones? Now these ones are all together. So it looks like that dinosaur was probably just standing there, right? Not really moving because all his feet are just kind of staying next to each other. Dinosaurs don't keep their feet next to each other. Think of a dog. A dog only has their feet next to each other when they're standing still. When they're moving, this guy would be up here, right? A lot like this. Look, you can tell he was walking. See his feet? How they're spread apart more? He was walking away. Isn't that nifty what dinosaur fossils can teach us about dinosaurs? I think we have one more underneath where I've been keeping all the other fossils. Right here. Let's figure out what this one is. This one goes with what we were just talking about. Look, it's the pointy feet, so it's the carnivore. Look at how his feet are spread. Look, that one's even turned a little. So do you think he may have been walking and then decided to turn? Wow, that is so cool. Well, that is all of our fossils. So I have one more thing I want to tell you. I want to tell you about how you can tell if a dinosaur is walking or running, because that is one other thing that paleontologists will look at when they look at fossils. So we had already talked about how they look when they're standing still and how they look when they're walking. Well, when they're running, think about it. When you run, your steps are much further apart than if you're walking. Abby, please stop. Stop. Stay. So when you're walking, your footprints are kind of like just right in front of each other. But when you run, you kind of like leap a little, and so your footprints are farther apart. So paleontologists can tell that by their fossils as well. If the footprints are spread really far apart, which these ones aren't, but if they were, then that could tell them that the dinosaur was running. So there's lots of cool things that paleontologists can find in fossils. They can see what they eat. They can see what they looked like, because can we go and find a dinosaur on the side of the road right now? Like if I just go drive through a jungle, am I going to see a dinosaur? Unfortunately, no, because dinosaurs are extinct, which means they're not around anymore. And so paleontologists are kind of our only link to dinosaurs. They tell us about these creatures that we never got to see. And they do that all through fossils. That's how they learn everything. So a paleontologist has a really cool job, and I hope you enjoyed being a paleontologist with me today. If you would like to be a paleontologist, I'm going to tell you real fast how I made these fossils, because I'm going to break it to you. They're not real dinosaur fossils. Mrs. Arnold made these, actually with toy dinosaurs. That's where I got their footprints. But you can make fossils at home, but you have to have help from a parent because it does involve an oven. So if you want to make dinosaur fossils at home, all these are salt dough. It's a salt dough. So you use 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of salt, and then the recipe called for half a cup of warm water. It wasn't enough for my recipe, so I just kind of kept adding until it made a dough type of formation. And then you stick it in the oven on 250 for about an hour. That's all you do. And they turn into really cool things. You can press dinosaur footprints in them. You can do handprints into them if you wanted to save your child's handprint. You can stick all kinds of things in. And then I just buried them under sand and I pretended to be a paleontologist with my brush. And it was really cool. But it's as easy as that. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope you learned a little something about paleontologists, and I will see you next time. Bye.